Catch. Das hast du nicht geguckt. Da hinten ist er. Da, weiter geradeaus. I just caught a bunny. I have no idea where it's from, but I was inside, laying in bed because I'm having a headache going on. And Fen was outside in the garden and she was barking. So I was really annoyed, and then I went out and saw my mom and a neighbor chasing something around a car. And I went there and they were trying to catch a bunny. First I thought it's the bunny of the neighbor, but no one knows where this bunny is from. I then finally caught it, and it was very cute and fluffy. It is very apparently a pet. It's black, and we don't have bunnies around here. There are some rabbits, but they are way bigger and different colors. So we now have to figure out whose bunny that is. But that was kind of exciting now. I still have the headache, but now I have the adrenaline. What a day. I finished one sleeve of this shirt that I'm knitting and I am not happy with it. It is a bit too wide. I did block it and I'm thinking about doing a steam block as well, but I do think this is not the way that I want it to look like. I feel like I need to unravel it and do a different pickup rate. Like I picked up 3 stitches and then skipped 1, and I think I need to do 2 and then skip 1. This won't flare out like it does now, and it also potentially would get a bit longer because this is a kind of ridiculous length for a t-shirt sleeve to be. I paused this project for a few days now because it was kind of frustrating and I really wanted to work on something else that is more fun and a bit more successful. So I am going to frock this sleeve and re-knit it and then do the other one. I do think the rest of it came out pretty good, pretty perfect. I really like the stitch definition and the fabric that this yarn creates. It's the Tinline yarn from Sandnes. It's a viscose linen and cotton blend, so very summer appropriate, and this feels very nice. So I really do want to finish this, but I needed a bit of a break. Maybe I will unravel the sleeves today. I just threw it in my knitting basket for a few days and ignored it. While ignoring that, I was thinking about what to knit next, and I do have some amount of Drops Bell, which is also a cotton linen and viscose blend, but in a bit of a thicker quality. It looks like this. This is I think it's just the undyed version. So I don't know what this color is called, but it's like the natural color. I tested a few stitches with it because I wasn't sure what I want to do with it, and I'm actually still not sure, but this is what I did so far. I did some ribbing, just some, oh, this is the wrong side, just some stockinette stitch, and then this really nice but very simple lace pattern. And then I did some, what else? This is some broken rib stitch, and here I tried some different lace pattern, but it was kind of complicated and this doesn't look the way it's supposed to. For these lace patterns, I referenced them from this book. It's from my mom and I love it so much. This is peak entertainment for me to just skip through this. But you have all of these different textures. There are different like lace and cable motifs in here, but also like 3D motifs, all kinds of things. And I love it so much. This is my Bible. I'm still not sure what to do with this, to be honest. I really like this very simple lace stitch down here. I feel like a cardigan would be nice, but I don't think I have enough yarn to do a stockinette cardigan. And so I need to do some kind of looser texture, like some kind of lace knitting, or I would need to use a much bigger needle to get this kind of loose gauge. But I'm still not sure about it, and I'm not really excited about it, and that's something that I've learned throughout my knitting journey, is that if I'm not excited about a project, it's probably not a good idea to continue working on it, because it probably also won't be a garment that I would be excited about. Like with this t-shirt, the knitting process isn't the most exciting, but I know I will love the finished result. So that is like the exciting part of it. But with this, for now, I'm not excited about the knitting process, and I'm also not excited about the garment. So I feel like I need to continue looking for patterns, or ideas on what to do with it. I also thought about ordering 2 more colors of the same yarn and do like a striped pattern design, kind of similar to this vest that I knit a few weeks ago. Like this, I think that's kind of a 90s style with these bigger stripes, smaller stripes in a like a symmetrical pattern. I really like that, and I thought about ordering some dark brown and black and do that with a cardigan. I'm not decided yet, and I'm not excited about all the options that I have in mind, so I think I need to wait a bit longer before casting on a real project with this. Also, with all of my swatches, I take my measurements from them and then I unravel them immediately to use this yarn to start a project. So I never keep swatches. I think it's useless. I do like the idea of keeping them and just hanging them up like pieces of art. I do like that. I've seen some people do that and I think that's cool. But yeah, then I'm also still knitting on this absolutely insane project for the heatwave. A very, very thick and warm scarf out of some leftover yarn from a cardigan I made. This is some 100% wool, just some very basic rustic wool, combined with the drops brushed alpaca silk. And this is honestly just to have something mindless to knit on, and also something that is knit with bigger needles. Because all of these summer knits that I'm working on, they are with very tiny needles. So the shirt is knit with 2.5 needles. It's very small. I don't really have issues with my hands or my wrists, but like the underarms, they will get a bit sore if I knit too much with tiny needles and yarn that isn't really stretchy, which all of these plant-based yarns have in common. They're not really stretchy. So if I feel the need to knit on something that isn't on tiny needles and with a bit more stretch to it, I will knit on this scarf. It's a bit of a useless project for now, but I will be happy to wear this in winter when it's cold, which is kind of unimaginable right now because we are in the middle of a heat wave. Next, I finished this very funky looking skinny sock. It is just ribbing, that's why it looks like this, but it is very beautiful. I made a lot of notes because I am planning on writing a pattern on this. I use a special type of heel construction that is double knit. So you have double the fabric around the heel part of the sock, which is very thick and cushiony and it won't wear down very fast. And also it can prevent blisters if you're wearing like sturdy boots. And these turned out pretty much perfect. And I will knit the other one, take some pictures, write a pattern, and it will be done somewhere in autumn, I think. At least that's my plan. I want it to be finished in autumn, this pattern, but I finished one of the socks and I'm also really excited to wear this because this shade of green is gorgeous. That's also a drops sock yarn, but I don't know which one. They have several different ones. And because I couldn't really decide on a new knitting project, I started a crochet project instead, because I found this very beautiful mercerized cotton yarn, but in this lace weight. And I thought it would be really nice to do a crochet bandana with this, because I crocheted 2 like neck scarves for my dog last year and they turned out very pretty. So this year it's the year of me wearing bandanas because this is so comfortable and nice and my hair is out of my face and I can just throw this on and look kind of put together, so I love that. And also I have something on my head because I'm really sensitive to the sun and to heat, and this will protect me to some degree. So I thought I would crochet myself a little bandana, and this is what I came up with. And I feel like that's so pretty. With this lace yarn, it looks very lacy, which I love. I love the pattern. I just followed some random YouTube tutorial, I can link it down below, and used this, like, I think this is called something like diamond stitch. Yeah, I use that. I'm using the absolute tiniest crochet hook for that. And I don't know which size this is, to be honest. There is no marking on there. I'm also still working on this filet crochet project, but I haven't made any progress on it since I've shown it last. I think this is just a big spider and I love it, but it's just not as mindless, so I need to have a look on the chart every time I work on it. I can't really like watch something while doing it. Yeah, but I feel like I just need to start a new audiobook or something like that, and then I can work on this again. Quick bunny update. It got picked up last night. So yesterday I remembered at some point that I've seen a black bunny like on the front porch of someone's house. And so I went there, they weren't home, but I left a little note that I found a black bunny if they're missing one. So the bunny spent its entire day with me, which was lovely because it was a very nice bunny. And then in the evening someone was home again and I could finally ask if the bunny is theirs, and it was. So they picked it up and it's back home. This neighbor was very happy that we rescued it, and everything was well. Other than that, I'm not doing much because we are in the middle of a heat wave. And I'm actually not complaining about that because where I live it isn't as bad. So the maximum temperature we had around here was like 32 degrees or something like that, which is hot, but it's not as bad as in other places. I know of places who had like 40 degrees, and that is really bad. Also, I have the privilege of scheduling my time as I like to and as it's good for me and my body. So I am currently getting up at 5 in the morning. I will have a bit of a breakfast and then walk straight to the lake to have a little swim. Also, so Fen gets moving and has a little swim because she can't really leave our property during the day because she always needs to go over asphalt, and it's too hot for her little paws. And then she'll just spend the majority of the day in the shade outside, lying in the grass. And we will take a nap during like the hottest time of the day. So we'll be asleep for 3 hours or something like that and get up at 4 or 5 in the afternoon. So that works amazingly well for me. I do have some amount of constant headache, but it's manageable and I can deal with that. It's fine, but I'm also not getting a lot of things done because it's just not possible to do a lot of things while it's this hot. But that's fine. I'm just grateful that I'm not suffering too much, and also that my apartment is on the ground floor and it is not overheating in here. So I do have very nice temperatures around 22 to 24 degrees inside. So that is actually perfect. And I'm not complaining because I know so many places have it so much worse with this weather and with these extreme conditions right now. So I also wanted to thank everyone who sent me a little donation on coffee. That is so lovely. I was a bit overwhelmed because people actually do that, and that's so nice and so kind of you. And yeah, I'm very thankful. It's so lovely to feel supported, and also this entire experience so far, being here on YouTube making these videos, was so lovely and nice. And there are so many kind people here who leave very thoughtful and smart, intelligent, empathetic comments. And so far this is such a nice space for me to share some of my work and my thoughts and my little life up here, and I feel a bit less alone, and I do feel like I have a bit more of a purpose and something to do and to look forward to. So thank you all for being here and for supporting me on whichever way you do. And yeah, I never said that, so